Twitch experienced a shitload of DMCAs that came flooded in this week. Takedown notices, really. Or copyright claims. In regards to music specifically, and apparently there were a couple of tracks that were like really getting hard picked up more than others, but these were going out in waves that, according to Twitch, was the biggest that they've ever had come all in at one time. It had never happened like that before, and they were blanketing Twitch pretty hard. And it seemed clips were the majority of that, which makes sense because VODs are muted when, by and large, most copyright music is discovered by Twitch's back end. It's muted, but clips don't get that same treatment. For what reason, I don't know, but they don't. And so there were people getting many notices on their account, and some relatively large streamers were even up to, I think, 2 strikes on their account of the 3. And so mass panic happened, and it was a wild ride, to say the least, where everyone was kind of scrambling to figure out how to not basically have their account deleted. was the crux of it, was how can I get out of this with my channel intact, even if it was a channel that wasn't necessarily, overtly breaking any rules. Everyone's kind of treating it the same way as if it was a nuclear option, because you don't want to risk it, and so you have to. So, I know people want to hear us talk about this at length, but there's not really that much to say about it. The reality is that this day was coming. Everyone knew it was coming. It's just that Twitch hadn't been targeted like YouTube did. But now that YouTube's been mostly sorted out, YouTube's at a place now where they're not too worried about YouTube. Now they're looking at the next big person on the block, which is Twitch. And so this was an inevitability. And the unfortunate thing, the thing that really, I think, that bothered most people has been Twitch's complete lack of developing a back end that allows you to properly manage your content. Because it doesn't exist. Twitch's back end from a creator standpoint is abysmal. It's embarrassing, and they've had a decade, with more than half of a decade prior to being bought out by Amazon, to appropriately build out a back end that allows content creators to manage their content. So in times like this, it would be easier to do something like delete fucking videos, for example. Clips can be made by anyone, and many clips are made accidentally. There are so many clips that are just people accidentally clicking the button that are just like 5 seconds of dead air, just nothing on your account.
It doesn't even pop up like, are you sure you want to clip?
No, it just starts clipping.
It just clips.
Yeah. And so like you'll go like after a stream and you could see like clips and you're like, oh, what's this person clipping? And it's nonsense because they just accidentally clicked clip. So there are on some channels like Jeff's tens of thousands of clips.
I've deleted 52,000 so far.
There you go. And you know that there's channels that are, I mean, can you think of like Ninja's channel? Or like fucking Shroud's channel or Doc's channel. Just how many clips exist, legitimate and otherwise. And so on the back end, there's no method to really see all of your clips. At the best, you can see your top clips under all, but all isn't all. All is the last calendar year. And that's all you see. So any clips that you didn't already have a link to, if you wanted to keep a clip that was like special from more than a year ago, like if you're Jeff or myself, you've been around the game for 10 years, good fucking luck. Unless you had it on like a command somewhere that pulled up the link from years ago, you don't got it. And your other option is downloading them all. And I don't want to shock you, but 52,000 clips is not something that you just suddenly download on a whim.
No.
We're talking 20, 30 plus terabytes of video.
80 for me.
Yeah, it's a
not including clips. Those are just VODs.
That's just VODs. You don't simply just download 10 years worth of video. It just doesn't happen, even if you did have the ability to. So that's for me, it's not that this is happening so much as I'm just so tired of Twitch's fucking laziness in the content management on the back end. If I was to complain about anything, it would be that. The whole music thing was going to happen at some point regardless. There was no two ways around that. I'm just so fucking disappointed with Twitch, man. And what was worse was like seeing them on Twitter like, we understand that you guys are going through a lot right now, and we're working to try and get you tools to better manage your backend. And you're sitting there going, why the fuck did you wait 10 goddamn years to have a conversation internally after everything's going nuclear from the RIAA to come on in here and be like, you know what? Now maybe we'll give it a shot. Instead of on the back end like, hey guys, how would you like being able to upload videos to Twitch like it's YouTube? Said, nobody wants that shit. Who's used it? The answer is nobody. Who wants premieres? Who's used a fucking premiere? I think they're removing, it's set to be removed now. Like, nobody's using that shit. But you know what we don't have? The ability to catalog the existing videos on site. We don't have that. You can't search for a name of a VOD anywhere. You just scroll and it's lazy loaded. And which means, if you don't know what lazy loaded means, you know it because it's on mobile or and other websites. You scroll to the bottom of the page and then it will load the next chunk, 20 at a time. And you just lazy load like 700,
Hey,
1,000.
Whoa. What do you mean load 20 at a time? That shit won't even load.
Well, that too.
I don't know what you're talking about. It'll load 20 at a time after you're done clicking about 50 different refreshes and different tabs up top, and then maybe it will load. The back end doesn't even load.
And then
how do you delete clips? You can't even see. And
then, assuming you even get to the videos that you want to either archive or download or export or whatever the fuck, and you click on the little 3 dots on the side and you click on download, ask me how many times I've been able to successfully download a VOD from Twitch on their backend. Go ahead, ask me.
How many, Adam?
0.
Oh.
Goose egg. I have clicked on it and left the page open and even left the fucking tooltip open for 8 hours. Where it's like, we're preparing a video. You ain't preparing shit. 8 hours. But you know what? This happens.
Mm-hmm.
And in less than 8 hours, we had community-created tools to not only mass download and catalog every one of just 52,000 clips, but to also mass delete them, which we don't have in the standard backend of the website. The API allows it, and so these people were able to write code for it in under a day, but you don't have it on your own back end. And then they came out and said, we're working on tools. They're 3 weeks out. What? And then he had, what's his name? Fucking, that talked about how he brought this to Twitch last year sometime. Fucking,
Pokelulls.
No. You retweeted him, actually. Fuck. Oh, what's his name? Anyway, I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head. Pretty prominent. I'd say a little bigger than your stream, probably somewhere in he's been around for a hot minute.
Okay.
Not DJ Wheat, no. And he said he brought this kind of stuff up, and how a member of his community created a tool to allow him to because he was concerned about music, and a member of his community created a bot to scan for to show him stuff that would likely get flagged using Twitch's API and his own bot. He brought this to Twitch and be like, hey, we need to have something to because it's not like we're all out here trying to be the bad guys here. We would like to manage our content, but we can't. And Twitch came back and said, hey, can you hook us up with that person's Twitter account, that link to that bot? And it's just like, who are you? You're a multi-billion-dollar company owned by Amazon. And you're gonna come to this guy, Jake and Bake, that's who it was. You're gonna come to this dude who is a legitimate content creator, bringing you legitimate feedback and telling you that it's taken a community member to write this shit because it doesn't exist, and you just want to like swoop in and take that shit, and not just like, why don't you have the tools already? What are you working on? How many thumbs are you sitting on and just have them up your ass right now that you can't fucking take the time to develop some decent backend? I've said it a million times, and I lambast them I put them on blast on Twitter all the time to my 5 fucking followers. Twitch has the worst UI and UX team in the business, bar none. Terrible. They're like intern level garbage. And then you get management that not only doesn't have 2 clues for fucking shoes what they're doing, but then they don't, even when they have an idea of the direction they want to go, they fail at implementing it. And then they backtrack on it and try it again. It's like they're like they're throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks, but doing it publicly instead of doing it in a boardroom somewhere and being like, hey, maybe we shouldn't make this public, but throw it at the wall and see what happens. So it's embarrassing for Twitch. This has nothing to do with... people shouldn't be upset with Twitch about the fact that the RIAA is doing what they're doing. Is what the RIAA doing reasonable? Most people would say no. But the problem is we're dealing with ancient copyright law meeting with new age media on the internet. And that's a totally different topic, but it has nothing to do with the real core issue here, which for Twitch is Twitch has wasted so much time and has diddled around. They've had some of the top content creators on earth begging them and giving them these ideas for years, and they just keep doing nothing for the back end. So if after this we still see this just a sloth-like fucking response from Twitch, then there is no hope. I'm already not like I'm super you know who I'm thinking? I'm gonna keep it 100, Jeff. I said there's nothing to say about it, but here I am anyway. I gotta keep it 100. You know the Twitch that I respect, and the people I respect from Twitch, the people from fucking like 8 years ago, 10 years ago. I respect original Twitch. I respect the team that brought me back from Hitbox and said, we missed you having you here. Here's a new contract. Come back over here and let's work together to see if we can have some of your ideas implemented on the back. And that was when I was like, I'm a nobody. They're all gone, Jeff. The only person left is DJ Weed as a talking fucking head like he's the queen of goddamn England that comes out and just does this, and I love DJ Weed as a guy is great and he's doing his job, but he's the only one left. Who else is in there but Emmett? There's nobody. And we're seeing it daily. As soon as Gunrun left, you knew it was game over from a production side. He was the only reason that anything production-wise ever fucking happened for the first half-decade of the company. Got a problem? Where's Gunrun? How often did you see that shit for the first few years of this company? Daily.
Yeah, but you know what? Most of the people that watch Twitch, they weren't around back then, man. They don't know what it was like back then.
But it's not about the viewers, it's for the content creators that have been here, that have been sitting there watching from like just what's happening. And it's going backwards. For the viewer, it doesn't, as long as the viewer can log into a page and the video shows up and the chat works and they can put fucking Kappa or fucking like try hard or whatever the fuck else emote they like, they're happy. It's good. But for the content creators, what the
I mean,
fuck
even
are we getting?
I mean, even the content creators. I mean, we're a dying breed. There's not much. There's not much OGs left. I mean, they do exist, but 99% of streamers on Twitch now are from new Twitch.
And that's the other thing, as Maddie just said, you still will see Gunrun on his Twitter account, because I still follow him because he's a god. He will still come out and help with Twitch-based shit. The dude is still like their only real fucking tech support. It's mind-boggling to me. I don't get it. I really, truly don't get it. It must be such an epic failure of management to mismanage the back end of something like this for so long. It's not like these tools are difficult tools. Searching for a VOD title is not fucking asking somebody to send a fucking rocket up into space and then return it back down to a platform in the middle of the fucking ocean and land it for reuse later on. We're not asking them for some SpaceX level shit here. We're asking them for tools that existed in YouTube in 2006. This is not fucking hard to do.
Yeah, it's crazy because, even when you think of it from a financial standpoint. So I'm going to tackle this from a different angle. And I'm with you. I'm with you on the back end of Twitch. It's
especially when it's indefensible is what it is.
It really is. And I love Twitch. I mean, Twitch has done a lot for me. I love Twitch. Even the management and community managers and things that I deal with, which isn't very often, but the ones that I do, I've got a couple of staff that are frequents in my stream, and I had a problem with the back end of Twitch, and a weird glitch that was going on, and it got fixed within hours. So like the good people, and I think a lot of these people as well, is they're not in charge of what actually goes on. Like, it's not their fault. It's become very corporate. Things are done a certain way. And I think that's why we've seen a lot of great people leave Twitch, because, at that point, it's like Blizzard, right? When you start seeing the OGs and the ones that made it great leave, and then, things start getting worse and worse, you realize that there's some shit going on, and there's a reason why they left. I mean, some of them will leave because it's time. They've been there since the beginning, different opportunities, want to move on, want to pass the torch. I get that. But there's a pattern. And there's two issues that I have. Number one is what you said. Back end is absolutely atrocious, to the point where I couldn't even go and delete all my clips with the click of a button. I can't even batch delete.
You couldn't click. You couldn't click a single one if you wanted to go find it. You could.
Yeah, it's that bad. So, and then when you see them on Twitter go and say, like, we know it's bad, guys. We know you're going through a lot right now. We're working on it. You ask yourself, like, are you really though? And then, having DJ Wheat, who, like you said, is one of the founders in terms of, one of the founding fathers of Twitch, being on there, he's an old guard, right? And he comes up, and it's like they're using him to be the guy to come out and diffuse a situation.
He's their fall man publicly.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can't hate on, right? Because it's DJ Wheat, and he's great. And he comes on there, and then he has a lawyer that comes onto his stream, and the lawyer is out there spewing a whole bunch of bullshit. And when I say bullshit, I don't mean like what he's saying is technically wrong, because he's way more informed than any of us. But it really felt like a scare tactic. It felt like Twitch brought this guy on, and they did, believe you me. They got this guy set up, and he will go on every type of podcast or show that have him in here. And he went out there, and he basically just said, like, the apocalypse is coming, and these are all the things that can be doing. Like, oh, if you're playing live music, guess what? They now got the technology to, like, listen to it live, and they can, like, strike you, in the middle of a stream and shut your shit down. And yeah, right now it's just clips, but the VODs are it's coming. I mean, all this stuff, and I've been saying this since 2017, and blah 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 blah. And from what I'm getting with, if they knew, so this is my hot take. And I'm passionate about this because I deleted 10 years of fucking content the other day.
Yeah.
10 years. Gone. Like, buy. And I tried. I went out and bought this stupid fucking hard drive to try and put on as much shit as I can. I get home. I start downloading VODs. I realize that Twitch is now throttling how much fucking shit I can download at once. So the shit's going to take literally to download like 15 gigs. One VOD is going to take me like 40 minutes with fiber op. I got to do that 4,700 times. It's not going to happen. And they're telling me that like, hey, you need to get this shit removed as soon as possible. Well, unfortunately, you don't have an option for me to remove my shit as soon as possible or make it so that nobody can view my clips or anything like that. Like shut it down temporarily. What Twitch should have done is they should have locked everything up for all streamers for like a week, 2 weeks and said, guys, we're building something or here, it's going to lockdown. Nobody can get flagged. Here's 2 weeks. Figure your shit out. I don't care what you have to do, whether you got to put your stuff on the cloud, whether you got to get hard drives, figure it out. But instead, they basically said, hey, you literally had people from Twitch, DJ Wheat included, back and Gunrun, who's old Twitch, going on Twitter and retweeting people that are trusted within the community that can actually create a script so that you can go and delete your shit. But yet Twitch can't do it, which is insane. So I'm there scrambling to figure out, okay, I've got quite literally 10 years of playing music. I play music all the time. So it's impossible for me to funnel through. I'm not like a streamer that played music once in a while or whatever. This shit is played throughout, like most streamers, just played all the time without even thinking. So I'm thinking, okay, well, if my channel gets flagged, and this is getting bad, quote unquote, this is getting bad. I mean, I could get 3 strikes in 3 hours. I mean, I don't know. I can't. This is my livelihood. I can't fuck around. I got a wife and kid to feed. I can't fuck around. So, like, what am I going to do? Twitch is not telling us anything other than, oh, by the way, here's the guidelines. Well, I mean, yes, okay, I played the music. I get it. But so did everybody else. And if this is such a big problem, then why in the fuck don't you have a solution for us right now? And this has been going on for years. And let's not get it twisted here. You can, like, Twitch is on the hook for a lot of money. If this is like such a huge legal issue, why in the fuck do you not have something in place already? Like, do you really care about this? The reality is, and what I believe from what I'm seeing and the reaction and stuff, I believe they don't really give a shit. I believe they're riding a gray area for a very long time, and they're milking it for as long as possible. And the reality is, dude, if some chick takes off her shirt on stream, or some dude pulls down his pants on stream, you're breaking terms of service and you're getting banned. So whether it's for 3 days, 24 hours, 48 hours a week, or indefinitely, you're getting banned. Well, also on the terms of service is don't play copyrighted music. Nobody's getting banned. Nobody's getting a 3-day, 24-hour, whatever. In fact, the same individuals that they're paying millions of dollars as content creators that they bought out for the next few years are playing commercial music on their streams. The same ones that they pay to stream on their platform. They're literally breaking terms of service. And if you think that Twitch is going to ban Dr. Disrespect or any other massive streamer for playing music for 3 strikes, you're fucking mental. I'm sorry. They're not going to do it. They're just not. And nobody is getting banned on Twitch right now. Nobody has done it, because the reality is the moment they ban one person, they have to ban everybody. They can't pick. They can't choose and pick. They just can't. I mean, you have Twitch employees, Twitch higher ups, literally in a stream with copyrighted music, and nothing is said. So I asked myself, what is all this about? Because does Twitch really have to ban people? And let's be real. If the bigger streamers, and we all know who they are, I don't need to name drop anybody, but the bigger streamers that's making Twitch millions of dollars a year, I mean, the amount of money I make Twitch a year is no small amount of money. Some these other people, it's unfathomable. So think about this. You really believe that if some asshole decides to strike any big channel's name and they get 3 strikes, do you truly believe that they're going to ban them indefinitely?
No. They'll have they'll personally manage the biggest streamers. Like they'll lawyer up for them specifically. Here's you said something very specifically that I agree with as well. I mean, it's not that I disagree with anything you said, but specifically, lots of people will point at streamers only in terms of riding the gray area. And like I said earlier, everyone knew that everyone's riding a gray area within that realm. Because it happens on YouTube, it happens everywhere. The thing about YouTube, and if you come from YouTube, it's almost like a bit of a fucking hamstring because you're so used to being able to do this stuff on YouTube, and the worst case scenario, 99% of the time, is what? Not a takedown, but the revenue from that video just goes to the copyright holder. And that's it. Because the reality, as annoying as that can be sometimes, the reality is that the content that's being built around that, like 6, 8, 10, 12 hour long stream, and there's like in some instances 30, 45 seconds of music that's played. Well, the RIAA wants that entire 12 hours to go just because of that 45 seconds. And so the solution was to just, instead of having videos go everywhere, it was just revenue change. Yeah. And within the streaming community, it was always an understanding that VODs were never going to be okay because they're permanent fixtures. But as long as you're not doing a radio show where you're just playing licensed stuff all the time, it's not the focal point of the stream. It's just there in the background. So now that doesn't mean that it's less legal. Or more legal, I should say, by doing that. But that was always what was the case. And nobody ever got taken down in live, ever, on any platform for doing it.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's not going to happen.
So Twitch, in its experience as the leading platform for live streaming video games and otherwise right now, YouTube might be the video VOD platform, but Twitch is the streaming platform. At no point in time, like Jeff was saying, did they ever enforce a strike system or anything. The closest they got was muting VODs. In fact, they went out of their way so much to get it so that the algorithm would only mute the music portion of the VODs. It is of my opinion that Twitch was riding the same gray area that the streamers were because they had the understanding that for people to want to stream on the platform, that was going to be something that they were going to want to do, and the only way for Twitch to continue to grow in the early days and continue as it is now was to make streamers happy, both big and small, and so they just let that shit slide. The rest of the TOS, like Jeff was saying, they'll enforce that shit until the day they DIE. They'll put up fucking like little councils of people to make sure that everyone's happy and rules are being equitably distributed, and they'll come down from on high to make sure that if somebody's accidentally getting nude for a second, they're banned or whatever. Shit, they'll even come down and ban you if you don't belong to get deserve to be banned, but they'll do it anyway just because fuck you. But when it comes to the music part specifically, and it's not like it wasn't within their ability to do it, they never moved on it at all.
The reality is, Adam, and this is just blunt. I'm just going to say it the way it is. I understand the reason why people are getting flagged, because you're listening to music, and we're not even going to get into the discussion about new media and old media, because that's a whole nother fucking discussion in itself. Yeah. So I get that. And I've been a content creator for a long time. I get it. I've lost tons of revenue from YouTube, just from even whether it's legit or not legit, just people just randomly flagging your account for shit they don't even own. But anyway, the reality is, if this was a problem and Twitch was worried about it, you just literally make it a rule. Don't play music that you don't own. Don't play it. You play it, you're done.
Yeah.
You can't stream here. We catch you doing it, you're getting a 3-day ban. Or a 24-hour ban, then a 3-day ban, then you're gone. If it's that serious, then don't do it. It's in my opinion, a rule is a rule, right? So if it's going to be part of terms of service, now if you want to make an asterisk, you can break this rule, but at your own discretion. Hey, if you get flagged, we can't really help you out there. But they're just saying that you can't. This is the type of music that you can't play. The reason why they don't do that, Adam, is because for one, they're in a streaming war with other platforms, and for one, if they say no music, you're going to lose a lot of people right off the bat. And you better be damn sure that if you go and you start banning your docs, even your mid-tier streamers, the ones that are pulling in thousands of views concurrent over music, guess where they're going, bro? They don't just say, oh, it was a good run, I'll see you in the next life. They're going to go to the next platform that's going to have them there. So you really think that they're going to ban thousands and thousands of content creators? Nope. I don't care if they've got 10 strikes. It's not going to happen. The only people that I could ever see them banning for music are people that can't make enough noise. But I'll tell you, we're in a day and age where even if they ban somebody that's got 50 concurrent viewers over music strikes, it's going to go viral and people are going to lose their fucking mind. Because if you ban one person, you have to hold everybody at the same level of accountability. And numbers, throwing your numbers out like some big dick swing, it doesn't count here, because we all should have the level playing field. And if you're going to sign streamers for millions of dollars and you're going to have them be the face of Twitch, well, you should probably at least have them follow the rules. Because when I see the big streamers, and let me tell you something, Adam, after I deleted 10 years of content, the next morning I went to some of these big streamers. They're playing copyright music straight off Spotify, just letting it go. Zero fucks given. I go, why did I delete 10 years of content? Why am I the one that's doing this? Along with others, many others have done it out of fear, out of the unknown, like it's not worth my job. But why is it that these streamers, it's almost like they give zero fucks? Where are the big guys? Why are they not talking about this?
Well, they're not talking about because they don't want to draw attention to themselves that they don't want to have to deal with.
I haven't. I mean, there are some big guys that have said it. But where are the big guys? What are they saying about this? They're staying quiet. Because they all play music.
Yeah, well, exactly. Here's what I want to see. I don't want to see Twitch play their little diddle-daddle bullshit game. We all know, as content creators in the space that have resulted in thousands and thousands of people buying games that we've played, or what's this playlist for music? Let me go. I like this song. What's this song specifically? It is constant I promise you, whatever the fuck they think that the licensing cost is always outdone by people checking out whatever the fuck it is that you're peddling.
Yep.
However, what I want to see, that's not going to change unless the big names in the industry, and I don't mean streamers, I mean the companies, get together to lobby against or fight the lobbying that the music industry is spending endless money on to get the politicians to keep this shit going the way it's been going for nigh on hundreds of years. The last time this shit got changed, Disney did it to be able to change it so that it's like for their purposes at the time, it was what was it? After the death of the owner plus 70 years or some shit.
Yeah.
And like,
it's crazy, dude.
We're dealing with media that is old media meeting new media, and the only way that new media can keep going as it is if the companies that are behind it are actually the ones to stand up. But here's the problem, is that the new media is often bought up by the fucking old media. And so the fact that Amazon owns Twitch and RIAA is crammed up Jeff Bezos' asshole means that we're probably not going to see Twitch be the one to go out of their way to take on this kind of bullshit. And that's all there is to it.
I see where Twitch is coming from. I know that I understand why they have a system, why there's 3 strikes. Why I get it.
Enforce
but
it.
what I don't understand is you're not enforcing it. And you know what? I got to say, I'm happy they're not enforcing it because it helps us streamers out to be able to continue to create the content that we've always created. So in a way, I'm happy that they're not. And I think that's the reason why they haven't been, is because it's making a lot of streamers happy. But now they're sort of tiptoeing around it. And I think they just need to put their foot down and say yay or nay. They need to just say, okay, this is what's going to happen. Or, hey, this is what we're planning on doing. If you guys want to play music, then all ad revenue for the stream, if you're playing music, is going out to wherever. Or, hey, each individual streamer has to buy a license like a radio station would, or this or that. But then again, that falls into new media. So where do we go from there? Are those licenses even good? Because if I could pay $100 a month, $30 a month to be able to play music, I do that. As a streamer, I'll pay for it. I don't care. But we're getting no options to the point where we can't even delete our own clips. It's like, do something about it. Like, make a stand. Let us know. You're the leader. We're looking for direction. And the only direction is, well, it's in terms of service, so you probably shouldn't be playing it. Well, everybody's playing it. And now we could potentially lose our livelihood over it. And you're not allowing us to go and edit out those things, or being able to choose and pick content so that we can at least VOD it and have our memories. But instead, you're basically saying, go to a third party and delete it. I'm still dumb. I'm upset about it because I deleted a whole bunch of stuff and I almost regret doing it because people are still listening to music. I can go open up 10 streams right now, and I guarantee you 8 of them are listening to music right now.
It will be one of those instances where, unfortunately, it will be a case of better safe than sorry. And that's just the way that it's going to have to be.
That's why I did it. That's
just how it's going to be.
But I'll tell you right now, I'll be playing music again pretty fucking soon. If like we don't hear anything and things just go on, I'll just delete VODs. I'll just delete the fuck it Fridays, man. I'm playing whatever the fuck I want to play. I'll just delete the VOD. It's gone. Like that. Yeah. I mean, what else do I do?
It's a gong show.
Also, I'll let you. There's plenty of royalty-free music to listen to. Guess what? 98% of it sucks ball sack. Nobody wants to listen to it. And every fucking stream sounds the goddamn same. Listen to the same Monster Cat playlist over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy jeez.
It's true. That's pretty much, that's it. I was like, I when this came down, I was like, guys, prepare for every stream to sound the exact fucking same. Use the same. It's like on YouTube. It's like our Minecraft music. The guy that made that, everyone's using his music all the same.
You hear it everywhere.
You just hear it everywhere. And for what purpose? Like, it's fucking hilarious to me. Anyway, Mr. Black.
Yeah.
We could very possibly be seeing PlayStation 5 right now. It could be happening. So we're gonna bounce on over.
Well, you got me all worked up now before this PlayStation 5.
That's good. I got you jazzed. It's good. Well, get you jazzed up.
I'm just pissed off. I deleted all my fucking shit, man. That's what I'm pissed off about.
If people
I'm not mad at Twitch for trying to protect themselves and the streamers and doing what they got to do. I'm just pissed off at how they're handling it. It's ridiculous, dude.
Oh yeah.
I can't delete a fucking clip, man. If I go in the back end and I load the page, bro, I still got thousands of clips from 2014. I can't delete them.
No.
Literally. I can't delete my own clips.
No, you can't.
For fuck's sakes. It's billions of dollars in a company. I can't click a button. It's fucked.
I know it's bad, bro.
It's like, it's insane. Do you not want, like, think about how much storage. I deleted 80 terabytes worth of content. 80 myself. If they put a delete button, do you know how much free server space that they're gonna loosen up by just having an option there? How much money they save?
I know it's bad, bro. It's bad.
I've been streaming since 2011, bro.
Yeah.
I deleted everything.
I know.
All of it gone.
I'm gonna be doing
over some what ifs, bro. And every peer I know is fucking still playing music, and nobody's getting in trouble for it.
I promise you somebody will, because there's going to have to be a fall person for it, because ultimately if Twitch doesn't enforce on people, especially some of the higher profile people, and it's in their TOS and it's with the RIAA can sue them for a shitload of money. And so there will be a fall guy, and I guess at the end of the day, the idea is you don't want to be the fall guy.
I ain't gonna be the fall guy. I ain't got the money to pay for that type of shit, so I won't be the fall guy. The fall guys will be the big motherfuckers. Those will be the fall guys. But you know who's gonna be behind them? Twitch. So Jeff Bezos needs to buy out this fucking company. He could literally buy this dude could literally just change the game with his dick. His big dick swings. He's got so much money.
Given what he's been doing, I don't think we should be expecting anything philanthropic from Jeff Bezos anytime soon.